Right here in our backyard at Quincy High. Blue Devils were back at home as they welcomed in Western Big Six foe Alleman on their hardwood. Quincy High would win the tip and the points would follow. They'll push the ball ahead and look to their freshman Brennan Lepper, who is just storming down in the paint and gets a couple friendly bounces at the rim. He was just getting warmed up. They'd feed him again, this time from way downtown, and that three ball is right on the money. More highlights from the young guns. Parker Douglas getting in on the fun, and he gets his floater to fall. Quincy High found their groove early and often. Lepper finds Tim Griffith. He drives the glass and kisses this one off the glass to tack on 2 more points. But the bread and butter was Brennan Lepper. He gets free again and puts in the easy layup. It was a big night for the Blue Devils star freshman. He would continue to be a menace down low as he goes over the defender for another score. Lepper had a team-high 25 points as the Quincy High Blue Devils would cruise to a victory over Alleman, 70-47. Another Illinois boys basketball scores. Pittsfield gets the win over Rushville, 48-31. Macomb falls to Sherrard, 65-57 at the Hancock County Invitational. Illini West picks up the win versus Unity, 65-37. Southeastern falls to West Hancock, 53-28. Cooper Knowles led the way with 21 points. Girls basketball in Illinois, Pleasant Plains gets the win over Pittsfield, 54-20. Across the river in Missouri, Hannibal made the trip to Titletown to take on the Panthers of Monroe City. Wyatt DeGrave gets us started with this acrobatic layup that somehow finds the bottom of the net. The Pirates would have an answer though. They set up their offense and find Zach Locke in the corner. He'll spot up and bury the trifecta. But the fireworks would come from the other end after that. DeGrave rising up and throwing it down with 2 hands off the inbounds pass. These two were trading punches in the second half. Locke again gets free and knocks down the mid-range jumper. It wasn't just DeGrave getting it done for the Panthers though. Michael Spalding right here with the fake and takes it to the rack with the runner. The Pirates would keep the ship sailing smoothly thanks to their captain Locke, bearing another 3 from downtown. This man could not miss tonight. The outside game would open up the play in the paint. They feed Christian Nyson in down low and he cruises on in for the easy layup. This game was back and forth the whole way, but in the end, Monroe City was able to grind out the gritty win over Hannibal, 42-36. That's just the tip of the iceberg for what we have here for you tonight. WGEM's Abby Williams and Victoria Bordanga were up in Missouri and Iowa this evening, and now joining us in the digital studio to break it all down.
Thanks, Brendan. I was out at Highland tonight to catch both the girls and boys games against Canton. Let's start off with the girls game. Kira Rothweiler is going to score the first points of the night, driving to the hoop with a little kiss off the glass, but Canton answers right back. It's their go-to girl, Chase Olmeyer, catching the ball in stride, finishing things off with an easy layup. She was on fire tonight. Highland is all about that passing game before the ball finds itself in the hands of the downtown demon, Chevy Sharp, sinking the dagger to put another 3 on her resume. It's Kenna Oliver passing the rock to Olmeyer, fighting her way through the lane. She comes away with 2 more for the Lady Tigers. Now, I know we've seen a lot from both teams, but Kira Rothweiler says this is our gym, and here's why. Another shot off the glass, and this gym is rocking for this Lewis County battle. Now, with just seconds before halftime, Canton takes it down the court with a pass to Claire Whiston in the paint, coming away with 2 before these teams head to the locker room. It was Highland who defended their home court tonight, though, taking the win 66-30. Now, right after that game, the boys took to the court. Let's pick things up halfway through the first quarter. This ball is handled by Kaysen Barth. Shaking off his defender, he makes his way to the hoop to come away with this layup. Over on Canton's side of the court, you think no one knows where this ball is, but psych, Liam Dover is all over this one, putting an end to all of that with this bucket. Highland's in possession again, and it's Barth shifting through the lane. This ball goes over the hoop where Briscoe Post is waiting to finish the job. The Cougars get this ball right back, and it's the senior, Chris Goss, putting up for 2. These Highland boys are working hard to give this crowd a win. This one's all Cooper Hinton in the paint. His shot kisses the glass and falls in for another Cougar bucket. He's going to do it again. Hinton shoots, rebounds his own shot, puts it right back where it's meant to be. Time in the first half is winding down, and Canton's looking to score before half. It's Landon Schaefer making his way down the court, throwing up the mid-range J and sinking it as time expires. Tonight was a Highland sweep as the boys got the win, 52-46. In other Missouri scores, for the boys, Palmyra falls to Kirksville, 48-37. Schuyler County gets a big win over North Shelby, 79-54. And on the girls' side, Centralia gets a big win over Hannibal, 71-31. Kirksville got the win over Palmyra, 54-36. North Shelby takes down Schuyler County, 60-48. South Shelby beats Van Far, 46-35. And Scotland County scrapes out a close 39-37 win over Western. All right, Victoria, you had a bit of a drive up to Iowa tonight to catch your game. So what did your night look like?
I did. You had a little Lewis County battle. I had a Lee County battle up in Iowa. That's Keokuk, of course, versus Fort Madison. So let's start things off with the boys' game. Always high vibes at Club Keokuk. These Chiefs were getting it too right out the gate. Lincoln Ray making his way, and he says 3 to the head. They're not Keokuk highlights though without this guy Jackson Clark down low, and that's always easy peasy right there for the senior. The Chiefs continue to roll. Quick passing is going to lead to Kyler Beelman taking it to the cup as Keokuk goes up by 12 points in the first. Bloodhounds made some shots though. Darius Foy going up against the big man, and Foy connects for 2. And this next play is the best way to end these highlights. Seconds left in the quarter. Chase Smith blocks the shot. Clark's going to send it down to Smith, and Smith brings the boom. Keokuk all gas, no breaks as they take down Fort Madison 80-38 and improve to 8-2 on the season. The dominance was flipped in the girls' game as Fort Madison was ready to make a statement. Hadley Wolf posts up on the outside and drains the 3 as the Bloodhounds go up by 9. Right before the half, Lizzie Mason answers the call and splashes home the triple to make it a 3-point game. Coming out of the half, Fort Madison was ready to continue their hunt. Deanna Davis hits a little fade away from deep, and Davis, she stays in the spotlight. Some nice passing is going to lead to another bucket as Fort Madison is up by 12 now. Keokuk will try to make a little comeback in the fourth quarter. Kylie Horde from downtown fires away and makes it rain. It was a quiet night for Kendra Boatman, but here she is driving down the lane and kissing it off the glass for 2. Still chipping away at that deficit, but Wolf put the nail in the coffin, ending where we started, beyond the arc. Fort Madison gets it done against Lady Chiefs 53-40. More Iowa scores for you. The Lady Crusaders fall to Danville 59-8. Central Lee defeats Burlington Notre Dame 65-48. Taylor Jones balled out with 23 points. For Iowa boys, HTC takes down Danville 74-30, and Central Lee falls to Burlington Notre Dame 64-48.